Welcome back, and we are here with the lower bracket final, as we have Germany playing against the Netherlands. Both of these teams were fully expected to win, or it would be one of them. In fact, of the 31
Yes.
predictions taken, all 31 said it would either be Germany or Netherlands, and one of them is going to reach the grand final. Uh,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
waiting for them is Norway, which I don't think many people saw coming. So
No, especially looking at those predictions once again, right? There was just a singular person predicting them to come in second,
yeah,
and then everyone else was like, nah, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I think, the confidence in these two teams to lock out the top two spots. But instead, they're meeting here. We still get the match between them, but it's just for
Yep.
a spot in the final instead of taking the whole thing. So I think this should be a really good match. We have picks and bans in,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, there are some interesting picks in there for sure.
Definitely. I mean, it's I don't think it's very surprising. Netherlands banning 14, seemingly just it's a map they don't want to play, right? Straightforward as that. But 15 may have been a bit of a counter based on what we saw of the Netherlands just now in 15. Perhaps combined with Germany not being in the mood to play on some dirt shenanigans. So with 14 and 15 out of the running, Germany picking into 19, making sure Rally Ice fills your eye sockets today once more. Netherlands choosing to go for 16, as 15 was unavailable. And then 12, which we saw just now, where they did a phenomenal job driving against England. So not too surprising that this is one of their picks. Rounding things out, Germany picking into 23.
Very
Again,
odd
a
track.
bit of a odd track, right? Bit of a longer one, a lot of jumps, a lot of transitions. Um, Very curious to see how that'll go. But yeah, based on the results from those four maps, if everything does go even Stevens, we will have map number 17 to conclude this lower bracket final.
A map
Um,
which I am once again trying to remember
yeah.
what it is. I promise I have played the campaign.
It's 17. I just looked at the screenshot as well, and now it already slipped my mind.
Oh,
No, 23 is what I looked at.
it's a full rally track. I know why I don't remember it. It's one of the only off times I'm missing because I am not bothering to get that on keyboard. I've got to be honest.
Well, I mean, it's I think rally is definitely a style that the Dutch have played. So I don't think they're too worried per se, but at the same time, Germany has looked flawlessly with rally, right?
Yeah,
Um,
they do also have Marius on there, who I think at this point has probably been around from when the cards were originally added to become the original rally car. So maybe some long lasting
yeah,
experience there.
definitely. But yeah, look at those lineups, right? So just see on the Dutch and German side, just great players all around. Marius Giuliano, Purple Dreams and Mana, right below me. I'm very curious to see who they're fielding because I think most of the time they have been fielding Giuliano, they've been fielding Marius and Purple. Dreams does come in from time to time alongside Mana. It really does come down to specific maps where they feel confident. But 19 first on the board. Players already getting themselves warmed up, ready to get their rally ice in. But I do think that despite me wanting to be biased, right, and believing in the Dutch squad, I do think it's going to come down to these Dutch picks really having to go their way. And where 19, I don't expect the counter. I think 23 is where they're going to have to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a big article with Dutch, but equally, Germany proved yesterday they aren't immortal, as they didn't just lose Norway, but they got 3-0. So my,
Sure. Yeah. It
I
needs
guess
to
I
be
had this
reeling.
idea of this German team being absolutely dominant, and after seeing that, they can bleed. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe that's why
I
10
really
wasn't
can't
picked.
predict this match. I
It,
think to keep things biased, I need to root for Germany.
sure,
I think
I
that's
mean,
how it
that's
works.
is that how it works? Yeah,
If
I
you're
mean,
going
you
to be rooting
can,
for
yeah.
Netherlands, we've got to keep, we have an impartial cast by being significantly biased in either direction.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That'll do.
that
That'll do.
makes sense. It balances
But
out and everything. Yeah, I get
yeah,
it.
we will be going into the match any second now. 10 seconds warm up left. We see them warming up here on track 19. Very, very unique track. That's the diplomatic word I'm going to use.
Sure, sure. But yeah, looking like starting lineups for Germany are going to be Mana, Dreams, and Purple, whereas on the Dutch squad, we're going to see Pooper, Spammy, and Knusje kick things off here for our winners final. Sorry, losers final, winners final. Let's see, that's how much I expected it. But it's not. It's the losers final.
Big
We're
mistake
off.
for purple.
Ooh, yeah,
Not
just
purple,
sliding
sorry.
out, but
Didn't catch you out,
that
was.
was Mana. But yeah, Tupo are having to fight right now with Dreams to get that first place. But we've seen that the German squad really get this ending down quite clean to get in between the trees. But it does look like it's going to be Spam who does that, in fact. He makes his way in between the trees, allows himself to get into third place past Purple. And Netherlands putting themselves on the board 1-0 to, start to put on the pressure on Germany. It didn't look necessarily too unclean for the two players that were, the two players from the German squad and two players from the Dutch squad in that top four, honestly. So we'll see if perhaps without that mistake from Mana, things would look a bit different.
Well, Mana, still not on a great line here, but is at least in the top 5, overtaking Spam, who seems to have lost a lot of speed here. It is Pooper up at the front, but he is very much a one-man band right here. Dreams isn't going to be able to get past him. Mana almost does.
Yeah.
But it's a 2-3-4 for Germany and will go the way of German side.
I mean, it's this is Germany what they need to do, right? They are looking for these rounds on their map. Spam losing a bit of speed to be unable to contest what the German squad was putting down right there. Haven't seen too much from Knusje just yet. He is still, I suppose, cooking in the back, looking to make his dreams become reality. For the time being, though, both Spam and Knusje just having issues with that ice light there, and Poopor left to fend for his own. But yeah, with Mana and Dreams currently in first and second by quite a bit, having a lot of speed into this final slide. Does look like Germany's
absolutely sending it.
Ooh, he is sending it. It won't
Great
be enough,
fight
but
at the
he was
front.
going for it.
Yeah, great fight at the front, but it's not really going to matter. Spam and Knusje, both very good players, but not looking comfortable on this map at all.
No. I mean, it's for this point on. I mean, I guess Germany is gonna have to snowball, right? This momentum that they've going on right now on their map. Going on to round number 4. Again, just somewhat relying as well on some mistakes. Ooh, not a lot of speed coming in from Knusje and Spammy right now, but Purple going quite wide there. So it's gonna be up to Dreams and Mana to hold the forefront. But there's Poopor once again looking to make some speed go his way. Does look like he's going to be able to overtake Dreams, but will he be able to overtake Mana? That is going to be crucial when it comes to get to the finish, and he does, in fact, do it. And with Knusje and Spammy coming into 4th and 5th. Ooh, very hard fought, but Poopward did a phenomenal job for his team right there, making sure that, despite the rest of the team not looking as fast as they could have been, he was able to pull the boosters and drive a clean 0.7 there as well. Great driving from him, making sure the score stays 2-2.
Yeah, so despite this looking, I think, so good for Germany, it's still 2-2. I'm not quite sure how that all worked out. Just mistakes from the German side, and the Dutch have been there to capitalise on those mistakes. And particularly shout out to Poopball here, who has been so good here. Really carrying the Dutch side here. If he can get another first here, they've got another opportunity. I don't think he'll be able to. Mana's got a lot of speed. No. We'll get past him.
Won't be this one.
Yeah, it's about round not going their way, but yeah,
no, but
not quite a done deal.
No, but it doesn't look like Germany is just gonna, roll over the Netherlands right now. They very much have to, keep playing honest, right? Keep making sure that they drive the lines that they need to be able to drive these 31s. That is what they're looking for right now. Dreams and Poop are currently in a fight for first place. But at the same time, a fight happening in the back between Mana and Purple versus Knusje and Spammy. may prove to be the difference. As Mana currently in third place. Cooper in second needs to overtake Dreams
Oh,
right now
Pitbull
to make
gets
something
it.
happen. Is able to do it. Oh no! Purple misses the finish completely as well. That was interesting to see, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that goes
he
way of the Dutch.
it goes away to Dutch. That bit of a messy ending, right? Players just really going for it, and 3-all does mean that the Netherlands still has that opportunity to, counter the Germany pick from the get-go and play two maps of their own. That is
Yeah,
very, very scary to consider as well, right? Because you're not just, not just the idea of being eliminated if you do lose out on this match. You're still playing against the second seed of the tournament, right? Despite you being first seed, doesn't mean you just get that bye. You're gonna have to still give it your all. As for the time being, it's gonna be up to Mana and Purple to hold on to first and third place. Spammy, we'll see if he's able to pull the boosters as Pooper has been able to, but no such thing this time. But what a time from Mana there, 31.6
a
to
half second in
bring up
front of the
fifth
entire
place.
field.
Yeah,
Incredible stuff.
what a back and forth now.
So, only one round needed for Germany here, two for the Netherlands. Uh, I still say this map has gone way of the Netherlands in some aspect, though, because you don't come in to your opponent's first map expecting to win.
No, no.
And they've still got a shot here. They still have a chance. And Spam seeming on a better run here. Poopball again on a good run. They're holding second and third. One of them is going to have to
Yeah.
pass Dreams, though, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it. Poopball with a lot of speed.
No.
Not quite enough. And
Especially with the mistake early on as well. Yeah,
costing
will
them.
be. So Germany do, with a lot of trouble, honestly, pick up their first map, making it 1-0 in favor of Germany. So moving on to 16, Dutch pick to perhaps see the Dutch squad make sure they get their point on the board. Moving on from that, we'll be seeing 12, which is another Dutch pick, but yeah, it's going to be, I believe, up to Netherlands right now to, focus on getting those 2 wins in and then think about how they are going to beat Germany on 23, because I don't think that's going to be an easy one either. I mean, 19 already, I was, as mentioned, a bit concerned about, okay, is this really the map that they're going to be able to counter Germany? I don't think so. And while they did get closer than I expected, did not happen. So 23 is the place where they're going to have to make that happen. But we're not there just yet. First, we're going to have to do some more grassy reactors with some plastic in between and see if the Netherlands is able to even up the score 1-1 here.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Netherlands on this track. But given their performance on 12 and the similarities between the tracks, it's, yeah. I think they could be in a good spot here, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, just see, riding along
Yeah,
with Spammy right now.
I'm really,
Hanging out.
I'm really struggling to to be able to predict this match here. Normally I have a good vibe of who's gonna win each track, but I really don't here.
Sure. It's I mean, it's to be expected, right? For teams of this caliber, you don't quite know where things may go, right? And because of that, there is always that potential for a bit of a luck of the draw. The dice simply going just turning just one more time, right? Expecting that 6, but seeing the 5 happen anyway. Stuff like that, right? It's hard to predict. But that's what we're here for, right? That's what we're here to discover, here to see which of these 2 teams is the better one this time around, and which one of these 2 will be able to face off against Norway in, well, not a couple hours. We need to figure out the exact time for that, as that match may be playing a bit later. I don't know if we already have an update in that regard, because that may be useful for viewers to know.
It would be useful for me to know as well.
As well, yeah. So at any point that may be clear, I'd be happy to hear that, guys. Be happy to hear that. But we do know that that match will not be played in an hour. That is for sure. So we will be checking out one of the other grand finals in well, I'd say just 45 minutes, most likely.
Well, we're going to get underway here. Stuff's coming in, replacing people for the Dutch side. Lineup staying basically the same otherwise as Epos was saying in chat. And I'll take Epos' opinions quite seriously, having only just been eliminated. Stuff is
Sure,
apparently
sure.
nuts on this. And
Oh
my
yeah.
early impressions is that is probably correct.
I mean, look at him, just so far ahead at the
Yeah,
moment. That is
two
just
attempts up.
ludicrous.
Although Mana and Dream staying in this leading pack, it is, a 2v3 here. And I still think this will go the way of the Netherlands.
Yeah, Dream's just a bit too far behind to help out his teammate there. And yeah, no, Steph's on just a great time coming in from all players at the top, right? Just all 42s, only purple, unable to match that pace. But then considering, right, fastest times that we can expect from these players are 0.1s, right? That is PB pace for them. But with a track like this, honestly, to be driving, a low 42 in and of itself, that's going to be impressive. Just just in general, really. And I mean, we can see Stiff's just interesting line from him as well there on the sausage block. Don't think it paid off as well as he perhaps would have liked right there, as Mana is able to get into first place. But I do believe that Stuff's just because of his skill on this track, he'll be able to keep contending for that first place, and we can see that happening at the moment. Spammy needing to come in to support his Dutch teammates, while at the same time Knusha trying to overtake Dreams. Looks to have it for now, but Dreams with more speed out of the plastic. Will there be enough distance to make up for it, though? It is not, and in fact, Stuffs in the end overtakes Mana as well, so a 1-3-5 it will be for the Netherlands there, making it 2-0, but what a round.
Yeah, there were kind of two 1v1s happening there, and both of them went side of the Dutch. So it paid out there. Oh, that's not what you want to do. That's rough.
Dreams have been shattered. There's some jokes to be made there.
The macaque tech
Nightmares.
dreams there, unfortunately. um,
Oh, but we do. I mean, at the moment, purple and Mana in second and third.
Yeah, this isn't a great round from Kanatia and Spam so far, so it's a lot of pressure going on for shoulders of Stuffs. But I think he knows how to deal with pressure,
Sure.
You might have seen him in some competitions recently,
Yeah.
Really small events he's won, like, the only major of the season so far.
Sure. Yeah, just some little things. Just, driving
Little
a point
things,
for
yeah.
no big deal. He's just,
Yeah.
he's chilling. He is in his natural element right now. Now he's doing a phenomenal job, right? Just carrying the flag up high, making sure to get these 6 pointers in, and at the same time, Knusha and Spam are there to support him along the way. No major mistakes so far per se. Ooh, and until I say
you did
these
that
things,
one. You did that one.
I did.
You need to go and apologize to the Dutch team after this.
I need to.
That was some
I will send in
awful
a formal
cursing.
apology letter. Oh man, they're gonna roast me at the next round. Oh no.
I will say, with that happening, this is looking very, very good for Germany. They're holding 1-2 with Mana and Keck Dreams, but Spam and Knight are there. You'd have to say the risky call has probably come out here. As it's going to be so tight. Pushing. But I don't think they can catch Mana. They get 2-3.
No.
They really tried their best there. 0.6 is coming out from all of the top 4. That was a very, very good rate there.
Definitely, yeah. Just very close to call, right? Just hundredths of a second between everyone. I mean, just great speed. And where we did see both Dutch players try to get a bit more speed towards that final part, they were simply lacking towards the end. But this time around, Stiffs is there. No checkpoint to stop him and his momentum. And for the time being, actually, it seems like Spam is the one in a bit of trouble. So it is going to be a 2v3 once again, but it's looking a
you say a bit of trouble. He's still in third.
Oh, there he is. Oh, never mind.
Yep.
I missed.
Yeah, up to third now. Stuffs is on an absolute willy of a run here. Knightia and Spam, their support mode. This is looking like it's going to be a 1v3. This map has looked very, very good for the Dutch.
Yeah, and Ace is pretty much confirming that.
Yeah, they might have dropped a point last time up against Germany, but it won't be happening this time. And I can't remember what the score is. I think we're going to be a 4-1 here, but we're getting towards the end of this track.
So yeah, for now, the path towards 1-1 looking relatively clear, honestly. A lot more
Oh,
dominant
mistake for
looking from
Stuffs.
the Dutch squad. Oh, is there?
Small
Yeah,
mistake. Small
small
mistake.
mistake. Yeah, I was about to, he's definitely falling behind. He is in 6th place, so he's gonna have to accelerate forward in the latter half of this track. Mana currently in the lead alongside Dreams in 2nd place.
Yeah, despite
So
that
currently,
mistake, I would trust Stuffs to be able to make up the gap again. And he almost has. He's up in a very close battle for 3rd and 4th. 110 separating the entire top 4 here. This is going to go right down to the wire. Duff's getting a solid exit there, but he gets... That gear didn't sound great, but Spam is there.
Spam,
1,
yeah.
3, 5, and that is job done. The Dutch have cleaned up their map pick 5-1. Hard to ask for a much better scoreline than that, especially up against a team as strong as Germany. And we will move on to map 12.
Yeah, map 12. So similar style, not as much plastic. In fact, none. But a lot of grass, a lot of boosters, and a couple of reactors in between there. So would expect the Netherlands to perform in similar pace right there, which we saw during the match there versus England, driving 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. All in all, great times being driven. And Germany not looking quite good, but not as good, right? It's really come down to pace most of these rounds that we saw on 16. And yeah, we kind of caught Germany lacking in that regard. Not the same situation as they were in, right, versus Norway yesterday, where this was match point. They did win 19, but so far, Netherlands is looking more convincing. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is going to come down to the last 2 tracks. I expect the Netherlands to go 2-1 up after this one.
Yeah.
But they are
Oh,
going to
that
have
horn
to...
once again.
I know, that caught me off guard. Ah.
Poopor, new line. Interesting. I'm not quite sure if that's going to work.
I think I
No,
missed it
it's more
in
of a-
that last round, but Spam drove a 0.4 and PB'd apparently, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on a cracker at the time.
If Norway are looking at this and they're trying to have a think of, if we end up playing the Netherlands, we've already played Germany, we know what worked against them. If we end up playing the Netherlands, perhaps a 16 ban isn't a bad play. It's a bad route to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's been concerning as well. I mean, I was listening into the Dutch picks and bans happening on Spammy's stream during the break, and 16 they weren't as comfortable with as they were with 15. They weren't too happy about the ban on that. So who knows? Maybe still banning 15 is the better pick, but at the same time, 16 looking so strong. It's a bit hard to then use that ban to really control what your opponent is going to do. You can somewhat limit them, right? But at the end of the day, you're still going to have to play them against the map that they want to play against.
Indeed. For any change in lineups here, the Dreams, Kanicha, Mana, Football, Stuffs, and Purple. So, no Spam playing this time around.
No spam, no.
First map that he
Marius
has
also,
missed.
not playing. Also, just Giuliano is not here. Wait, Giuliano, you were chatting. What is this, Giuliano? You were chatting. What? Where are you?
He does chatting for map 10 and map 10 only.
Yeah. Map 10 wasn't picked.
Yeah, he's gone for a lie down.
Yeah. No. But no, we haven't seen Marius actually on any of these tracks just yet.
Yeah, I saw
So
some
we'll
chatting
see.
earlier, and apparently he'd be coming in for 17 if we get there.
I see.
I think it was Spam who asked that, and he was like, "Are you playing any?" Barry said 17, like the final track, and Spam just said, "Then no." Such is for confidence. But they apparently won't need to actually get to that track, but we are underway here.
Yeah.
We have Poople and Stuffs leading away, and ooh, that's not a good line from
Ooh,
Knight, and an even worse line from Purple there, so that is going to put it
Yeah.
into a very comfortable 1-2 situation here for the Dutch side. We have Mana trying to chase them, but nothing doing. Oh, actually, maybe I spoke too soon. You might get Stuffs,
it's still
but he's not going to get
one
Poople.
tree. Yeah. So even with the overtake there, it's not going to cut it. First 39 on the board there as well from Pupur. Not the fastest times we've seen thus far, right? With some mistakes happening here and there. Um, but the Dutch do lead 1-0 on their map pick, so they're gonna have to keep up the momentum, right? For this point in time, it's very much about making sure you don't get these counters happening on your own maps. I don't necessarily expect them to happen. Stiffs and Knusha at the moment in first and third do miss Pupur at the moment in their lineup, and Knusha actually not with the fastest speed into the second half of the track
Tech
here.
Dreams crashes though, and that is
Oh,
asking for a 135. Happen stuff
yeah.
so far ahead. Not the greatest line from Purple there. Certainly not going to be able to catch him there. So I think we're going to be
Knusha
turning our
actually,
attention to the back.
yeah, look at
Connection
that.
managed to get up to third, so never mind.
Yeah.
145 isn't necessary to get the job done. And yeah, unfortunately, we have Keck Dreams absolutely missing in action there.
Yeah, just not able to contribute in any way for this round. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, the small mistakes in the front allowing Knusha to get into third place as well does mean that the Dutch are able to get another point on the board, keep the momentum going, keeping this win streak of 4 rounds at this point going. We'll see if they, can keep that confidence. I mean, when we saw them against England, they were pretty much playing flawlessly with one crash, I believe. There was one crash. Doesn't look any different at the moment, honestly. Look at Stiffs just way out ahead. Pupur following behind. Knusha overtaking Purple now as well. And yeah, this is going to be Dutch ace. And look at these times coming in as well. All 39s from the Dutch squad. We haven't seen a single 39 on the German side thus far.
Yeah, the pace difference is so clear. There's not much to comment on. To be
No,
honest,
no, I know.
we're just
They're
watching
driving
this,
left, they're
and
driving right. Dutch
yeah,
are
it's a bit
winning.
like
There
right.
you go.
Let's get on to the next map here. I don't think Germany have any way in. This is almost a carbon copy of what happened against England.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think the main difference here is that this isn't necessarily the decider, right? There is still the
No,
room for Germany to come back. Ooh, mistake from Knusha right there, but look at that. Stiffs and Pupur are still firmly keeping a control on the race. Dreams trying to overtake there, but doesn't find the line. And yeah, despite a mistake on the Dutch side, it's
yep, number
still
one
going to be
too.
clean times. Still 39s
Still
coming in. The
39s.
first 39 from Dreams. But yeah, look at that. 0.7, 0.8. How
Yeah,
do you gain that much speed? How do you go so fast on a track like this? Well, I think you're just going to have to take a masterclass here from the Dutch squad because they know how.
exactly. It's such a unique track because, as with almost all tracks in Trackmania, other than perhaps Deep Dip, you want to be minimizing airtime.
Hmm.
And this track really challenges those principles because there's a lot of corners where you do have too much speed going into them and you have reactor. And you'll see, as right on board with Pupor and stuff, so these two are so good at, like, just look here, they get the smallest little jump possible. And they're going up here, they just manage to keep their wheels on the ground. And it's so tight.
Yeah.
And they
Look
drive
at the times
in
as well.
sync .6s. One
That is-
final hurrah
wow.
on this map as they go 5-0. Great race between Stuffs and Poopball.
Yeah, yeah.
Despite the fact they are on the same team, so it doesn't really make that much difference.
No.
But we will be going on to the second German map pick. Amanda's left. Giuliano's left.
Well, so yeah, 23.
Which this track is not. Someone
Nope,
forgot
this
to
is
cue the
13.
tracks.
This time, no sideways shenanigans happening. Instead, 23 still rally, right? We're still having to deal with rally, and this is the German pick, so their opportunity to even out the score. For now, the Netherlands is leading 2-1, and no maps have been broken thus far, but the German one has been the closest, right? That 5-3 for in favor of Germany was still hard fought. A lot of good driving coming in from the Netherlands on that one. Curious to see how things will go here on 23, which is a track that the Dutch, we've had the Province Cup. We have played a lot, but it hasn't been the cleanest either. A lot of upsets have come and gone, especially at the ending. That final part with the balance beam, where players will be looking to go as low as possible to get into the finish, is where things tend to go wrong. Right, just going up just a bit too low, crashing into the finish, and where you may be expecting a 1-2 combination, all of a sudden the roles have been turned upside down.
Yeah,
So
this always maps like this always feel like a risky pick, because even if you have more pace, even if you have more consistency, it is by no means a guarantee. You know,
no.
maximum you're gonna get is 9 rounds on this track, and even if you are on paper more consistent, if you just make mistakes on the day, which can be tiny, tiny things on a track like this, it will be very costly. So I would deem this a bit of a risky pick from Germany, unless they've really, really been practicing it and are aware that the Dutch haven't. Which, if people practice into a CP like that in rounds, I think they'll be quite happy.
Yeah, I don't think they'll mind too much. It's because just looking at the times, to get a bit of idea of what to expect from the two teams, from the German squad, assuming everybody is in at the moment, which I believe is the case. We have world record from Giuliano at the moment. Purple is third, and Dreams has 9th place. So all top 10 on the German squad. So definitely makes sense if you're simply looking at that. But look at the Dutch squad, and they are slower in that regard, but they've got 6th place in Darkest Sentinel and 26th and 34th on Poepor and Stift. So pace-wise, maybe a bit slower, but I feel like a track like 23 to match world record pace or PB pace consistently is definitely trickier, right? There's a lot of these small tricks to happen here and there to optimize speed. So on paper, Germany is faster. I get the pick, but I do think that this will be a hard-fought battle.
Sure, we get underway here. Giuliano taking a very early lead. As from a noise coming out of Boney's mouth, I'm guessing someone crashed. That was Dreams.
Yeah, Dreams crashed.
So yeah, bad side for Germany here. Giuliano absolutely sending it, looking very quick here. Stuff's close on his tail. And Purple turns up now, and this does move it into a German 1-2. Risky calls are probably out after seeing Keck Dreams crash.
Yeah.
But
it does
it's
look
looking
like
good
the
here.
rest of the Dutch
Big
squad.
mistake from Stuffs.
Yeah.
There was going to be something to capitalize on. It's not there anymore. And yeah, that will go fairly confidently the way of Germany, despite having a mistake. We see
coming in a couple of 44s there.
Yeah, almost equal times, 4,000s between the two players. Very consistent there from a side.
That was definitely. Well, for now, Germany, finally getting a round of their own on, their own map pick. Despite the mistake happening on Dreams' side, we're still able to, make the rounds theirs this time around. The full Dutch squad. Yeah, he's unable to fully match the pace at the moment. But it does look like when it comes to the section, right, jumping onto the wood is where Giuliano and Purple are shining at the moment.
Yeah, having the pace. Moving up into 4th despite the early mistakes. It's only really Stuff's up there now for Netherlands. We'll see whether he can do anything. Probably not, so... Are we going to see any mistakes here? We do see a mistake, and it is Stuff's. So that hands Germany the ace. And as much as I said, this feels like a risky pick just because it's such an inconsistent track. The inconsistencies, have been coming out from, Stuff's in particular in this ending section. It might be a case where he's trying to push to try and get that round win. There's no point. You can finish second in round all you like, but if you... Oh, dear.
What was...
Oh, dear.
Giuliano and also making a mistake, but Poepor just having the full respawn there. So it is going to be a 2v2. But in what way that happened? That was...
Of course, Dark Sentinel, fastest player for the Dutch side here. Not going to be fast in this round as he drives directly into a light beam. Which is a shame. This is a round that could very well have gone the Dutch way. We have stuffs up in first. But yeah,
Yeah,
another big mistake from the Dutch side.
so purple coming in for the attack doesn't make it quite past, but Giuliano's right there to cover that fourth spot. So second, third, and fourth, all German names. And yeah, so far 3-0 for Germany. While it does seem like on the first half the Dutch squad has answers, but when we get into the jump onto the wood and then into the rally section afterwards, it's where it's somewhat falls apart at the moment.
Indeed. Dark Sentinel already a bit behind. Not a great start there, but given the gaps we've seen on this track, 0.2 here and there might not matter so much as we see Purple kind of proving my point by driving straight into the wall there. That is going to turn it into a bit of a 2v2 at the front. Dreams looking slow here. Dark Sentinel going to get ahead. Giuliano still at the front as you'd expect, but this is a golden opportunity for the Netherlands to finally get a point on board here on the second German map pick. It is so tight at the front. Are we going to see a snipe? No, we're not. The Poopball third, Dark Sentinel fifth, and Netherlands finally get on the board here.
Yeah, managing to find that that little gap in the defenses of Germany here to get that singular point in. Still though, some couple of 44s coming in there, 44.6 in particular from Purple there, and 617 from Stuffed there as well. So pace-wise, looking relatively clean. Ooh, unfortunate drop down there from Darkest Sentinel. So the Dutch squad, once again, having to play 2v3, but this time around, it's looking a lot more favorable for the German squad. Giuliano clearly in the lead, Purple and Dreams right behind, and now with Stuff sliding out, people crashing into the wall. Oh,
that's not good. That's not gone well at all.
Not at all. Yeah, this is looking a lot better for Germany compared to 19.
Yep, this is very little to say here. The three of them are going to cross the line quite safely.
0.4.
0.4, 0.6, and 45 flat. Yeah. Easy ace there. People hopefully just doing a bit of practice here and isn't actually that far behind.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's safe to say Germany have one hand on this map now. It's almost done. But Will takes on to the random track.
Yeah, getting into 17, which may prove to be somewhat concerning to the Dutch squad. I don't think they are looking forward to playing on that track as much as Germany may be wanting to play that. So perhaps this is the time where they're going to have to rally forward. Unfortunately, though,
that's not what they needed. They really needed Stuff's up there. We see another crash. Dark Sentinel there. And that will be this map done, barring anything absolutely insane happening through this ending. But despite the concerns, this end has looked so clean. We've barely seen anyone missing. I think we've had one miss the entire time.
Yeah.
And that is job done for Germany here on their map pick. It's a 5-1 scoreline. And we move on to the random decider.
Yeah, playing out on 17. So it's all to play for right now. This may have been the finals most people, if not all people, expected. But this is the moment in time where we're gonna have to say goodbye to one of these two teams and see which one will be able to face off against Norway for this year's title for TSCC Spring 2024 champion. I mean, this is not the map we'll be playing, right? We're not gonna play.
Once again, loading into the wrong map.
Yeah, as we do. We'll get into 17 in just a little bit, but just taking a quick look at the times, right, as this is a random map pick, not looking too good for the Dutch squad. Couple of, they have a 21st place from Spam with a 47.3, but then a couple of 0.7s fastest times from Knusha and Pupor. On the German squad, looking a lot faster. 4 out of 5 players are in top 100. With times of 0.6s and 0.4s. So pace-wise, not looking too good. And I'm pretty sure that Germany has picked this track before as well. if I'm not mistaken, during either during Swiss or playoffs. And they definitely looked good. But there's Marius, as mentioned, right? As Chatas have said, he is here. We haven't really seen him too much this match, but he is here for the decider. He is here to close things out, and yeah. Spammy also saying sick to this.
Just checking out the lineups here. For this farm match,
Yeah.
we have Spam for the Netherlands. We have Dreams. Has Dreams been on every single map? I feel like I've seen an awful lot of
I
him.
believe so. Yeah.
We have Football, who he really, yeah, he really did shine on 13 up against England.
Oh yeah.
He has looked good on rally car, so he might be somewhat relied upon here. We have Purple, who again I feel like has been in. Maybe he missed one map. He has also been
Yeah,
dominant force.
but other than that, he's pretty much been in every map.
Yep. First sighting from Maris89. And Knightier as well, who we've seen an awful lot of. So those are the teams. These are the trios who will be deciding who goes for grand final. It will be one of these two teams. A lot of people thinking this track will favour Germany, but it certainly isn't over yet. I'm looking forward to this.
We're still gonna have to see who comes out on top, right? Even with 19 perhaps being a bit more favorable in our minds, that still was a close-fought battle. But either way, it's gonna be 2-all. I know it's not on screen, but I'm sure production can fix that. I believe.
Where'd it go?
I don't know where it went, but it went somewhere. But for the time being, good start for Germany. It's Dreams and Marius who are pretty much side by side at the moment. Spam and Poop are looking to make something happen, try to make an overtake work. Spam with a lot of speed through that turn. Able to control this car just barely. Dreams actually hitting the fence while he overtakes Poopor, but still holds on to his third place. And Poopor having to break down there to try and control the speed will mean that he falls behind. But with Purple crashing, it is Knisha and Poopor moving forward into 4th and 5th, and that does make the difference in the end. That is going to be a round for the Netherlands.
Yeah, is everyone expecting Germany to dominate here? Well, they've got off script immediately.
Yep.
We have Netherlands picking up the first round here.
Yeah, just making sure, they need these points. I know they're not looking too forward to playing on Rally. But, when the opportunity presents itself and you're going to have to perform on this is the time to do it. Unfortunately, Spam with a mistake. Dreams also out of the running. So Pooper and Knusha versus Marius and Purple for now. And Knusha wasn't really part of the conversation in the previous one. We'll see how he will be doing on this round in particular, though.
Yeah, Pooper has some serious time to make up if he wants to get him away of Purple and Marius. And he has a good turn there. He's catching up. He's overtaken Marius. I think Purple might be a little too much here. He might not even hold against Marius. He does hold, but I think they're really missing Spam that round. Spam did so well in previous round, driving a 47.7 that time, which would have been winning time again this round. So, yeah, perhaps a bit of reliance on, I've got to say the line, the 2012 world champion. I haven't said it yet.
I was avoiding it, but you're not wrong. You are not wrong. I mean, can you imagine? Can you realize it's been 12 years since then? It's how time flies.
Jeez.
How time flies. But looking a lot better for the Dutch squad. Poopor and Spammy currently in first and second. Knusha unable to join his brethren, but Purple, Dreams, and Marius lagging behind just a bit. Every single turn is going to be crucial here. I'm very curious to see if any of these players decide to take a little bit of a break tap going into this little chicane. Doesn't seem to be the case. And Spam actually being overtaken by Purple right now. Marius also looking to do much of the same. It's going to be up to Poopor to try and catch up to Marius. Does he make it? Oh, he does not. And so we do have a 1-3-6 in the end. That could have been going the other way, but it was decided by just 100th of a second. And Purple driving a PB. Let's go.
Yeah, 47.6. Really, really good time there.
Yeah. Yeah, quite impressive. It's whew, a
Oh,
hard fought
tried to
battle. Oh no.
crash.
Oh yeah,
That's really not what they need. I mean, Netherlands, they're close on pace. They're not quite there, but they're close. But that means they need all 3 players there every single time. So
Oh yeah.
anytime there's a Dutch mistake, it almost hands the round to Germany on a platter.
No, definitely. And I mean, Spam
People
and Poop are
not with...
trying.
Yeah, not a great line there from Poople. He will be falling behind. It's
No.
only Spam. I say him a mix, but he's still 4th. There's still a bit of a gap to the cars ahead. He gets past 1, he gets past 2.
Ooh.
And he's not listening to what I'm saying. He's still going to
Nope.
try and go for round win. It's not quite going to happen. He can be very happy with second vote. Another 0.6. Well, 247s from the German side as well. Pace of this map is very impressive, but this is now getting close to the script I think we expected at the start.
Yeah.
Only 2 rounds
Yeah.
left for Germany.
Yeah, and so far they haven't been looking that vulnerable just yet, right? There has been a couple of mistakes, right, from one of the players, but they do keep in that top 3, right? They do stay a threat to the Netherlands here this time around as we make our way towards the halfway mark of the track. Everyone's still in the mix. Nice mixture as well between all of the players, but unfortunately, Poop are going a bit too wide, losing a lot of speed, and Spam being overtaken now as well by Marius. And Purple getting in front as well. It's going to be up to Knusha to try and reinforce his teammate. Makes it through the chicane quite nicely. But
Gets
that
that turn
front
well,
is
and
where
it's
it's all
still
about.
close. Is Spam going to be able to do this? It is so close to Maris. I think Maris just holds.
Oh, he
And
does.
that 28 thousandths of a second, barely 2 frames on a monitor, ends up deciding that entire round. And that puts it from something perhaps achievable to the Netherlands to a massive uphill battle.
Most
They will need
definitely.
4
And
rounds in a row.
It's been, you know, like two rounds so far have been decided by 100ths of a second.
Yeah.
And yeah, each way the pendulum swung in favor of Germany, putting themselves in such a good spot. Purple with a mistake
Pressure
right there, so
from
it's going to be a
Purple.
2v3. Still some opportunity there, but Dreams and Marius doing a phenomenal job at the moment to keep in that top 3, to keep pressure on Pupor. Spam and Knusha looking to reinforce their teammate, but
People
Pupor going too
not good
wide.
there. It's going to be
Ooh.
down to Spam here. We've seen Spam have an absolutely brilliant end previously. Can he replicate it again? He'll need to clear both of these players.
He's
He gets
getting
past
Marius.
1,
Ooh,
but he isn't going to be able to get past
No.
Tech Dreams. And that will be the match win for Germany. They will be going on to rematch against the Netherlands in the grand final. That was a good match. But
Oh,
the
what
random
a
map
match.
really going the way of Germany here. And the
Yeah, and
Netherlands really needed to break a map pick, and it just didn't happen.
it was quite close, right? I feel like with both nights, and even 70, despite it being a 5-1 again, it came down to those 100ths of a second that determined the result. It could have easily been 3-3 right now just because of those minuscule spots, but Germany was holding firm, holding fast, and were able to clutch out the match in the end. I mean, unfortunate for me and the rest of the Dutch team and supporters. Third place is all that they will be able to achieve, bronze medal. But Germany now able to get their, try and get some revenge, go for the rematch against Norway, who took them out 3-0 last time around. I don't think we're going to see 10 against Norway anytime soon, but what I do expect from Germany is for them to really come in and try and take home their first TSCC title.
Indeed. Now, I'm not quite sure when the match is going to be played. It's going to
Yes.
be slightly delayed
That is the big question.
due to the unavailability of a couple of the Norwegian players. So I am waiting to hear that. I think what we're going to do, though, is we are going to hop into the Division 2 final, which I'm not sure who that is. It will be South Africa
Versus
against
Finland, I believe.
Finland. Yeah, it will be Finland. So
Yeah.
South Africa, Finland. That will be the next match. And we're going to throw to a break now, but stick around. That should be a really good match to decide Division 2. It's really cool to have divisions this season, in my opinion. I think it gives more match time to everyone. It's always a shame if, you know, you put in all this practice and after 3 rounds of Switch, you're knocked out. It's a bit of a shame, so gives them more to fight for. So we will be streaming that next, and at that point, I'll be able to give an update on when the next match is. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
So,
see you guys
yeah,
in a bit.
stay.
Okay.
Oh, for God's sake, I faded the same thing. I faded.
You stayed it.